for staying with us on the program TMI Tuesday, just on the verge of concluding our discussion segment. Well, we'll continue our advocacy, public enlightenment on the effects of generator fumes. I have with me in the studio two professors. I'd like to thank very especially Professor Clement Osimhen, a consultant surgeon, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. Many thanks for joining us, Prof.
Thank you.
I also have with us from the University of Benin, Professor Emmanuel Ukpebo is an environmental chemist. Prof, many thanks for joining us.
Good morning and thanks.
Okay, let me start with Professor Ukpebo. Generator fumes or generators, even though they provide us electricity, to a large extent they have become death traps in our homes and in our houses. What is it about generators that has made them become death traps like we've seen in recent times?
I think the unfortunate thing is that we don't have electricity in this country, or we have something close to it. And therefore, persons want to live a good life. And to live a good life, you have to look for something to power the things you have in your homes. And we now end up using generators. Unfortunately, generator runs on something which we call fossil fuel. And fossil fuel, when you combust them, for you to be able to generate energy, you must burn them. That is the truth. That's the mechanism. That's how it works. So when you burn them, it must give out byproducts. And those things coming out from the exhaust of generators are, to a very reasonable extent, toxic, especially when the combustion of the fossil fuel is incomplete. When it is done, kept in a place that's poorly ventilated, devoid of copious supply of oxygen, then you now have a complete combustion. And then from the exhaust, you now have what we call pollutants that can destroy human health very quickly. And some of them include carbon monoxide that has killed so many Nigerians, unfortunately, in 21st century. That's what we are talking about. But I want to let you know that apart from carbon monoxide, there are other very toxic ones that kill slowly. You have the particulate matter, you have the nitrogen dioxide, you have the sulfur, you have the hydrocarbons, because the combustion is incomplete. Those are the things causing cancer. Thank God we have a professor of surgery here. The cancer rate has increased in Nigeria. We are not bothered about it. We are talking about CO because it is that one leads to death very quickly by shutting down oxygen supply to the brain. But others that are slow killers, we are not talking about it. So what are we saying? So long generator must run, it must burn fossil fuel to generate energy. There must be pollutants that will come out from the exhaust, especially when the combustion process is incomplete. As is happening in Nigeria, people put their generator in their kitchens, in their garages, locked everywhere. Oxygen supply is shut out to ensure a complete combustion process.
Okay. Prof, let's look at the health effects. He talked about the brain being shut out or shut down as a result of the inhalation of carbon monoxide. Can you build on that?
Yes. You see, carbon monoxide, we say CO, binds to hemoglobin. That is the mechanism. And the affinity for hemoglobin is about 200 times more than that of oxygen. So naturally, when you have carbon monoxide, it means it will displace oxygen and it will attach to hemoglobin. And what that simply means that the blood you're having going around your body does not have oxygen. As we need oxygen for the brain, for the heart, those are the critical organs that are affected. Once you shut down oxygen supply to those vital organs, within a short period, that person can really pass on. Of course, there are some signs and symptoms you may observe depending on what we call parts per section, what you have in that particular area. For example, if you have what we call 10,000 parts, per section, like if you have this room, for example, if you have 100% of air, if 1% is carbon monoxide, it means that if we inhale it for 10 minutes, it can cause death. 10,000 parts can cause death within 10 minutes. So again, you have associated. I want to tell you, for example, the one that's tolerable for about 8 hours is 35 parts.
Okay.
Beyond that, you are exposing yourself to risk of having hemoglobin that does not have oxygen attached to it, and the brain will suffer. Of course, the heart can have heart failure and all that. So it's a very serious issue when you have carbon monoxide poisoning. And the way it works is this: like I said, when you have an enclosure, the oxygen supply is reduced, so the combustion becomes incomplete, and that will result in carbon monoxide. So it's among people who put their generator in an enclosed area, and you are there overnight, And because what is coming out is colorless gas, it's odorless, it's tasteless. So you don't even know. It's a silent killer, if you like, in quote. It's a silent killer. It can also happen when you're warming your car in the morning. That's case on persons. You know, you put your car in the garage, you have several cars, somewhere in the garage, you go and start it, you are just making a phone call. The next day you become dizzy. And if you don't know what is happening, you may think it's flu. What we call flu-like symptom.
Okay.
You have dizziness, you have like catarrh or something, headache, you are not comfortable, giddiness, feel like headache. You may not even relate it. Next thing you become unconscious, and that's really dangerous. So it can happen anywhere you have an enclosure, and you have release of fumes from your car exhaust, from the generators and all that.
All right, Professor Kwebo, quickly, you talked about, I think the emphasis seems to be that there is incomplete combustion of fuel, leading to some of these pollutants that you talked about. So does that mean the cure for this, so to speak, is for us to have the generator in an environment where there can be complete combustion? Can you build on that in terms of the safetiness of the environment where we keep generators?
The truth is, we should not actually use generators at all. Let us face reality. Because even when you put them outside, I'm not coming to talk about the chemistry of the process. Even when you take them outside for the combustion to be complete, do you know that when you drive the reaction to completion, you end up with carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas, causing global warming and climate change? Did you know that's a problem? So if we want to really solve this problem, government should be alive to its responsibilities. Because if you put that, for I'm an environmental and atmospheric chemist, you know that much. Once there is generator on, I am worried about what is being poured into the atmosphere. That might not kill immediately, that will kill eventually. Because we inhale, the average human being takes in about 10 to 25 cubic meters of air daily. And there's no choice as to whether the air is polluted or not. I can tell you to a very large extent, from my practical experience as a chemist, that the air we breathe in Nigeria is completely polluted. So my own is remove generators. Let government provide the electricity. It's their responsibility. It can be done. Minus corruption. It can be done. So if you are saying, let us drive it to completion, because I believe in green chemistry, the atmosphere should be safe, everywhere should be safe, I am not in support of the use of generator. However, if you want it, you want to eliminate carbon monoxide, take it outside. Don't put in the kitchen, don't put near your home, because it's better to lose your generator than to lose your life.
Absolutely.
Construct it, like in my, as I'm speaking with you, unfortunately my gen is on in the house, because there's no light. It's so unfortunate that as I speak, we are talking and my gen is on. But what have I done so as not to go and kill myself and my family? It's in the garage. The doors are open so that oxygen can come in copiously to drive the thing to completion. But my worry is, if it drives to completion, I'm getting carbon dioxide. It's a greenhouse gas, even worse than this death we are talking about, because climate has changed, going to affect food supply, affect the weather, affect farming, all kinds of things. Particles will be released, hydrocarbons will be released. If you are saying drive to completion, they are the thing causing cancer. Luckily, both the rich and the poor are suffering from it, but they don't know. So why should we use generator? Is it happening abroad, where life is meaningful, where the quality of life is high? I'm asking you a question. Is it there? It's not there. So if you're asking me support, I will never, as an atmospheric chemist, but because of our people, take it out. Construct a garage. Chain it. Just save yourself.
All right, Prof, you want to add something to that?
Well, what he said is correct, because you have to put in a place where the air can come in with copious supply of oxygen.
Okay.
That is the process, really. Otherwise, if you keep it in a place that is close to your room, close to the garage and all that, you are likely to have carbon monoxide. Then they attack to the hemoglobin and destroys the tissues, both the brain and the heart. Can cause heart failure, either slowly, or immediate. And that's why you have several deaths. Unfortunately, the other things also that can release carbon monoxide, people should know this. A barbecue, people use charcoal. They want to feel big and all in the kitchen. You are burning your charcoal, releasing, you are making barbecue and all that. Depends, like I told you, the value. Depends on how much you are breaking out. If you have 200 ppm, there is what will happen. You may have some dizziness. You may not know. If you get to 800, you get to a point you can totally collapse. Then if you get to 10,000, for example, like I said, within 10 minutes, that person can die. No question of just collapsing. So we must be aware of that. If you are going to do your barbecue, it should be done outside, not in the kitchen. It's not a sign of a big man and all that burning your charcoal in the kitchen.
Prof, our grandparents, great-grandparents, they literally lived their lives in such environment with burning wood, using charcoal, and they live far longer.
Yeah, you see, don't also forget, if you grow up in a village They had a cycle in the compound where they make soup and all that. It's not inside the place. And the one that had a little kitchen had windows and all that. You're not scared and somebody come and carry a pot of soup. But now you're cooking, it has to be inside the bedroom, more or less. You cannot leave the soup outside.
Yeah.
I grew up in a village setting. I remember vividly, we had like a shed outside the compound where you cook and all that. You can leave that place and go out. But you cannot try that. So everybody is trying to. So for those that want to use the charcoal to cook or whatever, you must find a way to let things air. And for those that can afford it, you must have what you call measures. There are gadgets you can fix that can monitor how much carbon monoxide is released into the environment. Those that can afford it. For the big man that think they are big man, you must put it there. You can raise an alarm. If it's going beyond the critical level, alarm will go up. You're like you have fire alarm.
Yeah.
If you go up and let you know the carbon monoxide that you are inhaling is going beyond the safe level.
Okay.
There's a safe level you can tell, like place of work. The people that work in some companies, you have chimneys and all that.
Yeah.
But it's set at a particular level, 35 ppm.
Okay.
Beyond that, you should, and in fact, it's written, OSHA laws in the US.
Yeah.
When you leave that environment, you must be exposed to clean air for the next 16 hours.
Wow.
You cannot work in a place for 8 hours where you're exposed to that minimum 35.
Yeah.
You go to another place of 35. And we don't even have anyone here.
Okay.
What regulation do we have to say this is how much you should be exposed to, this is how much you should not?
Okay. Let's cap it up quickly. Professor Emmanuel Okpeba, I just want to get final thoughts on regulation, public awareness and campaign by government agencies and all that, particularly against the background that, like you mentioned, these also have far-reaching implications for the environment.
I keep using the word unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. We have regulations for air quality in this country. The air quality standard for carbon monoxide, for example, is 10 parts per million. There's an agency set up to ensure the enforcement of this standard. The question is, are we doing our work? Do we have the required personnel, persons that are trained to do this, manning these agencies to actually enforce that? My answer is no. So when you interact with persons that are supposed to actually enforce this, most times they don't really even know what they are expected to do. And two, the awareness is so low. I did an article in 2000 and it was published in 2010 in Polish Journal of Environmental Studies. And that was in response to what was happening in our environment. People were dying from this carbon monoxide poisoning. So what I was doing then was I was quite active in research. Once I see any publication about CO death in newspaper, I will take the number, I will take the paper, both print and electronic media. And in the months of May and June 2008, from the country, I was able to record about 22 deaths from CO poisoning. I said, no, let me do a research on this. Let me start from home. Charity begin from home. So I went out, measured CO in what we refer to as pollution hotspots in Benin. Those days, Ring Road, New Benin. Not now, this governor has actually done well. I'm not a politician, I'm not praising him, but in that direction, free flow of traffic, he has done well. Okay. And I will tell you what I'm doing currently. So we measured, and we noticed it was actually assigned to a master's student. The CO levels were so high, just as Prof has been saying. We were recording in the outdoor air in Benin close to 100 parts per million CO. A factor of about 10 higher than what was supposed to be the regulatory standard. So I said, no, this has to be published urgently so that people can learn from it. Of course, I choose a reputable journal that every scientist should be able to access. And it was published, and I said, what are the remedial measures? We should open up the traffic. Vehicles that are flying Nigeria road should be those vehicles that meet emission standards. People should be educated on the health impacts of CO and all of that. But are we doing it? That's all I can do as a professor.
As a researcher.
Yes, a researcher. Publish. It's still there. I don't have the article with me.
Okay.
That was in 2010, and the data actually published in 2010 came from 2008. We are now in 2018 years after. We are still recording. There's 6 in a family from Benin. It means we are not proactive. We are not ready to do anything. That's why I keep hearing me, unfortunately. So but I'm glad you are doing this. ITV is doing this. Some people will hear. CEO, like Prof said, is a silent killer. And when I published that article in 2010 in Poland, the editor said, "Are you sure that CO is actually killing people in Nigeria?" He said, this is unbelievable, 21st century. He said, because of, he was not going to publish it because could not relate with what I was saying.
Strike him.
Yeah. He now said, for the strong emotions expressed in this article, I'm going to publish, so I hope what can learn from it and come to your rescue. Are we ready to help ourselves? You haven't worried about people that are dying from CO. My worry is, Prof is here. You see, air pollutants there are some that are instant in their action. There are some that are cumulative. Over a time, and they will weaken your immunity. That's why we have the high level of hospital visit in this country. I am talking from experience. I've been doing this research for 20-something years, air pollution research. Our atmosphere is grossly contaminated with pollutants that can weaken our body system. And it has no respect for the rich nor poor. So when you see today cancer, this and that, where are they coming from? Because of my research, and I measure. So they are where, as we speak now, we are on a research around Benin City. I haven't done this. I came back in October and I saw what the governor had done. Free-flowing traffic in where I used to refer to as pollution hotspots. Hotspots, okay. They are now free-flowing. So what are we doing with some... Last we were in feed on... Today's what? Tuesday. Last week Friday, people will see us. Okay. We are now trying to measure air pollutants around to see the effectiveness... Of the decongestion of the traffic. Okay. And I can tell you authoritatively, CO has gone down drastically to 2 parts per million. Wow. This is our second month. The only challenge we now have still is noise pollution. And the student, one of them asked me, "Sir, we are recording noise level of close to 90, 80. We are going to the 3rd month. And what WHO says is, for a place where people live, to be able to enjoy life, the noise level must not be more than 55 decibel. In Benin City, the average is close to 70. Wow. And you know the impact of noise. It's here to enumerate that. So are we talking about that? Okay. We have a problem, and so we should all come to, people should come and face reality, so that, do you know what life expectancy is in this country? 53 years. I'm close to that. I'm getting worried. But God will see me through.
Prof, final words from you on remediation and solution, getting it right.
Yeah, first is to appreciate you, Sonny, for what you are doing.
No, we should appreciate ITV,
For ITV, what they are doing for creating awareness. That's the first thing. Like what you must say, you cannot really create that situation just now where you say do away with generators. Having said so, is for you to make concrete moves. Move into a situation where it will be relatively safe. Safe in court. The court is coming out, like you said. There are issues with carcinomas, coming of cancers of the lung and all that. There are some parts of the country, like the Niger Delta, there are some kind of cancer that come from there when you look at them. And we feel they are related to environmental pollution. They are there. So, but for the generator that kills, quietly, can kill the entire family, like happened a few weeks ago, that should be avoided by all means by positioning the generator in a relatively safe area, never in an enclosure. You have to find a way to secure it, either you fix it to the ground or whatever, but never put it inside your house. Some people put it inside the kitchen, which is very dangerous. Another thing you didn't mention, maybe it's because this is specific, is people carry fuel in their vehicles. They are dangerous things. Fuel in their vehicle, and if anything happens, the whole car will burst into flame, and as a you cannot salvage that person. So, generator in the kitchen, in the garage is not safe. Because if there is fire outbreak and you are sleeping at night, the whole house is engulfed.
Absolutely.
And you cannot come out. And again, to warn, if for any reason the whole kitchen, for example, gets engulfed, that can happen. There's some occasion, you come out, maybe something are burning, gas is coming out and all that, you say, let me go and see what is happening. It's advisable not to go in there. You will have valuable. If you then enter that place,
you may not come out alive.
Come out. I can
all
tell
right.
you that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been worthwhile having two erudite scholars, professors here to enlighten us, educate us. Like I said before, it's part of our advocacy, public enlightenment, to reduce deaths associated with inhalation of generator fumes. You heard it from the horse's mouth, from their personal, practical, hands-on experiences they're sharing with us. Learn from it. Do not keep your generators in your houses, in your garages, in your kitchens, close to any place that is poorly ventilated. It could result to instant death. But beyond that, even if the death is not instant, the things that you've inhaled could result to other health challenges in the nearest future. Research reports available shows that there will be increase in a whole lot of terminal illness, cancer of the lungs, and so many other cancers. And then beyond that, you also have the environmental effect of these pollutants that are released into the environment. We want to have a cleaner, safer environment, and it's our collective responsibility. Professor Kwebo, many thanks for joining us on the program.
My
Even
pleasure.
on such a short notice. Professor Clement Osimhen, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.